Happy morning, guys. This is Dr.R.Saranya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science with Cybersecurity from Dr.S.N.S. Rajlakshmi College of Arts and Science. Today, in this lecture series, we are going to discuss about the topic OOPS Introduction in the subject OOPS with Python Programming. First of all, before entering into the programming paradigm, let's discuss about the OOPS. Hope you all know very well about the OOPS expansion, right? O for object, another O for oriented, P for programming system. That's what we used to call as an OOPS acronym. It's very, very important in programming language. We used to call the OOPS as programming paradigm. Programming paradigm is none other than fundamental approach is none other than for developers and all think about the structure of the code, right? So in order to design as well as develop the structure of the code to develop softwares and all, we fully focusing on object oriented concepts. If you are using object oriented concepts, we can get a real world model. So for that reason, for different perspective, we are approaching OOPS concepts. So we simply called OOPS as an blueprint, or else for styling the data in order to develop a smart software. For that we are applying OOPS concepts. In OOPS concepts, the core idea is none other than object and class. We simply class is none other than collection of objects. Object we used to call as an instance of class. So class and object more or less both are relate to one another. So class அப்படிங்கிறது we used to call as a common thing, general thing, that and all considered as a class in real time. For example, class is a car. If you want to define the properties like wheels as well as speed and then accelerator, so this and all the properties. Each individual core objects can instance of this class the specific values. One car might be in red with the top speed of 120 mileage. So another will comes under blue car, white car. So difference depends upon the class. The properties and methods may differ. Why we are choosing OOPS concept in developing software? So model reality, encapsulation power, natural abstractions, these are the real world connection to one another. So in order to develop a smart software, for that we are focusing fully on OOPS oriented concepts. The four important pillars in OOPS, let's discuss encapsulation, inheritance, and then polymorphism, abstraction. These four pillars are very, very important features in developing softwares. So OOPS features, it's more or less the four are very, very important. Encapsulation we simply called as an wrapping up of data and methods in single unit. We used to call as encapsulation. Let's see some real-time examples. Capsule. In that capsule, internal data and all hide, right? So the important data and all hiding. So the main focus of encapsulation to protecting the data. If you have some sensitive informations in organization level, so for that and all we can focus on encapsulation concept. And also modularity purpose. If you have complicated work, if you have complicated data, so if that can split into module by module, and then we can easily handle that particular part. So for that purpose also encapsulation will support. Next, inheritance. Inheritance we simply called as an one class can derive with another class. With the help of base class we are going to derive another class. So in that we have different types of inheritance. So the child class, parent class. So likewise we creating in order to avoid the duplication, reusability purpose, we are applying inheritance concepts. Next thing is polymorphism. Polymorphism and abstraction, flexibility as well as simplicity purpose, we are focusing on polymorphism as well as abstraction. First, let us know what is meant by polymorphism. Polymorphism is none other than, the word poly means many, morphism is forms. the same method name can behave different action, different classes. So for example, draw of method works for circles, squares, triangles. So different shapes we can design with a single method, right? So that's what we used to call as in polymorphism. Abstraction means hiding some internal features externally. If you want to implement some complicated data, so that and all we won't show the functionalities and all, we won't show to the user. So interact with objects effectively. For example, if you choose, if you are driving a car, if you put a brake, suddenly the car will get stopped, right? That we know. So internally, what wires and all connect for stop the car, that and all we don't know, right? So as a user, we don't know the external process, external features. Simply, if you click brake, the car gets stopped. So that feature alone, that important feature alone we know. So the external data and all hide. So that concept we used to call as an abstraction. Benefits of OOPS in modern software development is none other than modular and reusable, scalable architecture and industry standards. This OOPS concepts may make easier to manage the particular document, as well as the large code can split into module by module in order to execute in clear way. Powers everything from mobile games, web application to enterprise systems. AI platforms drives the software we use every day. So industry standards like Java, C++, Python, C Sharp, Ruby, essential for modern developers. So industry standards, these are the important features of using OOPS oriented concepts. Now let's discuss next thing, the advantages as well as the principles of OOPS concepts. Thank you for your patient listening. Thank you. Have a nice day.